All right, now that our cake mixes are in our greased little casserole dish, I'm gonna come in with our strawberry crush soda for this absolutely delicious summertime treat. I'm going in with a strawberry summer crush. It is one of my favorites to use. I mean, just look at that fun color. I did a couple different strawberries. I did a butter cake, I did some white cake, and I also did a red velvet cake. I'm gonna be using 3 total of those strawberry crushes right into all of our yummy cake mixes, just like so. In addition to our strawberry crush, I'm also gonna come in with our lemon lime Sprite. I just love using Sprite too. It is a great neutral soda and is gonna work perfectly with all of our fun cake mixes. And not just the one, we're gonna go in with 4 of those small little mini cans right on top of all of our yummy little cake mixes. Oh my gosh, if you could smell this right now too. It literally smells so sweet and savory. We're just gonna go right on in and we are gonna start to mix all of our cake mixes with our strawberry crush, our Sprite, into our greased little casserole dish before we move on to our next step.
Yes, yes. Feeling hot, hot, hot.
Are you feeling hot, hot, hot?
Yeah.
All right, and I would just wanna make sure that we're getting all of those corners just because you can see some of that cake mix. So you really wanna make sure that you're getting deep in there and getting all of your dry mixed in with your wet. All right, now that we had the most intense arm workout ever, we have this all mixed together. We wanna make sure we always support our bottom. We are going into our 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes. All right, that was just our white bread that we quartered. And I'm popping this right into my greased little crock pot here for this absolutely amazing and easy little summertime treat. I just used my Wonder white bread right into my greased crock pot. In addition to our white bread, I'm gonna come in with our eggs and we are just gonna crack them right into our crock pot just like so. I'm going in with 3 eggs total for this delicious little summertime treat. In addition to our eggs, I also have our heavy whipping cream. I absolutely love making this sweet treat in our crock pot. Just set it and forget it. I wanna make sure that we're using our heavy whipping cream and really getting all of our Wonder white bread really soaked with that delicious heavy cream. You can do any kind of bread you'd like, but I just always try to find the cheapest one. That should be perfect. In addition, I'm gonna come in with my vanilla abstract. I love using a vanilla abstract. It really just warms up all of these yummy flavors. I'm just gonna go in with 1 capful. It's super strong, but you could also do an almond abstract here. You could do a peppermint if you're in more of the holiday time. I'm also gonna come in with some fresh blueberries. Ooh, these blueberries look tasty. I bought a larger one, some for me and the recipe, and of course some for the pugs. So we're gonna save half of that one. And then I'm also going to be coming in with one of my favorite fruits, which is the raspberry. I love raspberries, especially in the summertime. They're the perfect combination of sweet and sour. I mean, look at the colors on that already. And then of course, I had to pick up some blackberries. So this is really gonna be a triple berry little treat. What I also like using with my berries is just some lemon zest. So I have 1 lemon and I love just zesting it right on top. I think with berries and that citrus and our vanilla and our heavy whipping cream, this is gonna be the perfect summertime sweet and savory little treat. So we're just doing 1 lemon zest. You could also do an orange here. You could do a blood orange. You could do a grapefruit, a lime, but I love a good lemon and it just smells absolutely incredible. In addition to our lemon, I am also gonna be using our brown sugar and I'm just doing a light brown sugar and just a little dust right on top. It's just gonna make everything super sweet and caramelized, just like so. You could also do a white sugar or a dark brown sugar, but I think that looks pretty darn good if you ask me. All right, now that we have everything in there, I'm just gonna come in with my little spatula and I really want to get everything super well combined. And you wanna make sure that that heavy whipping cream really gets absorbed into your white bread. Oh my gosh, and we wanna break up those eggs as well. I was saying, oh my gosh, because it smells good and this is looking so colorful and delightful. All right, so we're just going in maybe like 5 minutes. We'll let it sit in that heavy whipping cream. And I also like to just kind of break up some of the bigger chunks of that bread. But this is already looking super tasty. All of our berries, our brown sugar, our vanilla. Oh, my mouth is watering. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe just give it some divots for some air. All right, now that we have everything well combined, I'm gonna come over, we're gonna grab our lid, pop this on, and we like to go low and slow. So I'm gonna go low and we'll check back in a couple of hours. All right, 1 can of our fruit cocktail with the juice into our large little container here. I'm coming in next with our pistachio instant pudding for this absolutely amazing and fun little dessert. I'm using 2 boxes of our pistachio pudding. In addition to our pistachio and our fruit cocktail, I'm gonna come in with some pecan halves. I absolutely love making this, especially when it's super hot out. It's quick, it's easy, and it's always super, super delicious. So maybe going with about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of those pecan halves. In addition to our pecans, I'm gonna also be coming in with some flaked sweetened coconut. I love using the sweetened coconut. It just adds a great texture and another element of sweetness for this delicious and yummy little treat. And of course, we cannot have any kind of dessert without some mini marshmallows. I'm gonna go in with maybe about 2 cups of that mini marshmallow right into our little container here, maybe at 3 cups. I'm a big fan of mini marshmallows, so don't be shy with those mini marshmallows. And then to really add to that fruit cocktail, I always feel like fruit cocktails don't have enough cherries, so I'm gonna add some stemless maraschino cherries right into our delicious little thing, just like so. And then of course, no dessert is complete without some Cool Whip. I'm using the 16 ounce of our Cool Whip. I just let it thaw in this Vegas heat. Honestly, you could just pop it outside for about 10-15 minutes and it's really well thawed. So thanks Vegas heat. But I'm gonna go in with that entire thing of our Cool Whip, just like so, with our pistachio pudding, our maraschino cherries, our pecans, our coconut shreds, and of course our fruit cocktail. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give this a nice stir. Remember with Cool Whip, you don't wanna over whip it. Woo! You don't want to over whip it so it loses its fluff. So I'm just ever so gently kind of going in. And remember that pistachio pudding, we don't need to add milk here. With the fruit cocktail, it actually has a decent amount of our liquid. Also with those maraschino cherries and our Cool Whip. So I'm just ever so gently kind of popping this all over and making sure we get that pistachio super well blended and combined. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. My favorite part about this dessert is definitely the pistachio pudding. If you have not tried like pistachio ice cream or pistachio pudding, this is your sign. It's a great sweet and savory little treat. So we'll go ahead and finish getting this nice and mixed up before we move on to our next step. Oh my goodness. All right, now that we have everything super well combined, we are just gonna make sure we support our bottom and we are going into the fridge for 30 to 40 minutes. All right, those were all of our cereals into our greased little tin here. I'm gonna come in next with my jet puffed mini marshmallows for this absolutely fun and whimsical little sweet treat. I'm just going in with my mini marshmallows. You can do any kind of marshmallows. I went in with my Cookie Crisp, my Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows, which I didn't know that they actually sell those. I have my Apple Jacks, my Captain Crunch, my Reese's Puff, and then of course our Lucky Charms, and they had the jumbo marshmallows in the Lucky Charms. I'm also gonna go in with our regular size marshmallows. I love this sweet treat. It is perfect to make with the kiddos and super fun, super easy, and customizable as well. Like I said, you can do any kind of cereal you'd like. You can do any kind of marshmallows. I was trying to find the rainbow marshmallows, but I couldn't find them. So I just went with the plain marshmallows. But I'm just lining that and making sure we get all of our delicious cereals nice and covered with these marshmallows, just like so. I also saw that they had vanilla flavored marshmallows, like for s'mores at the store, which was really cool. But we just went in with the traditional because we have all of the flavors of our delicious cereal. You'll have to let me know in the comments what cereal you ate as a kid or what cereal you still eat even as an adult. But I think that's looking pretty good with all of our marshmallows. We can always save some and add more as we go, but that's looking great. In addition to our marshmallows and our cereal, I have 4 sticks of just salted butter. I love using salted butter here, and we're just gonna go right in the center with our salted butter sticks. You could also melt the butter, but I don't mind just doing the sticks, and then as they melt, they really just kind of spread onto all of our cereal and our marshmallows, just like so. Perfect. All right, folks, we are ready. Make sure you always support your bottom. And we are going into the oven for like 10 minutes at 350. Okay, we are ready. I let our cake cool for about 45 minutes and it's a little sunken in, but it's gonna be absolutely delicious. I'm gonna go in with our thawed Cool Whip as our topping for this delicious red velvet, strawberry, butter, white cake. And I'm just gonna go with this entire thing of Cool Whip right down the center. So it's really important that your cake is nice and cool. You can obviously make your own whipped topping. You can do any kind of frosting or icing you'd like as well, totally a preference. In addition to our Cool Whip, I'm also going to be coming in with our strawberry pie filling and just a small little cookie scoop. And with that strawberry pie filling, I kind of want to marble our Cool Whip and our pie filling together. So I'm just gonna start with a little bit because you can always add, because I want more Cool Whip than strawberry, because remember we have our strawberry soda and we have our strawberry cake. So I'm just gonna start by gently smoothing all of that out so that we cover that yummy cake just like so. Oh, my mouth is absolutely watering. This is a strawberry lover's dream, also a red velvet lover's dream. So I'm just making sure that we go edge to edge before we move on to our next step. All right, now that we have our Cool Whip and strawberry pie filling, I'm just gonna start by popping some fresh strawberries all on top of this yummy cake. This just screams summer to me. The best part about this is you can really make it your own. You can do different kinds of cakes, different kinds of frostings, different kinds of fruits, whatever your heart desires. I'm a strawberry girl, so this is perfect for me. The dogs also really love strawberries, so it's a win-win for everybody, right, Win? Perfect. So I'm just kind of sporadically popping those fresh strawberries right on top of our delicious little cake. And of course we have some left over for our guests to munch on or for the dogs because it's hot out here. And I think strawberries are like the perfect summer fruit. I think that's starting to look good. Now that we have our strawberries on there, I'm also gonna be adding just some of this sugar little sand red sprinkles just to really tie in with everything. Oh my gosh, you cannot tell me that doesn't look absolutely amazing. I'm just going right on over ever so gently, adds a great little texture, great little pop of sugar, and we are ready to go. I mean, I have my spatula, my red spatula, of course. I love a good corner piece, so I think we're gonna go for a corner piece. Oh, I'm so excited, oh my gosh. And I did grease our little, ooh, oh my gosh, look at the color of that. Oh, this is a huge piece, but look at the color on that. It's so thick and delicious and still really nice and moist. All right, grab my plate. I probably shouldn't have grabbed this big of a piece, but she's gonna be delicious regardless. I wanna make sure I get some of that crust and some of our topping as well. Oh my goodness gracious. Strawberry, red velvet with the butter golden cake. You gotta try it. Okay, our triple berry bread pudding is complete. Oh my goodness. The smell of the citrus, those amazing macerated berries. Oh my gosh, and that crunchiness of the bread. We left this in for about 4 hours, but no bread pudding is complete without a touch of brown sugar. So I'm just, powdered sugar. So I'm just gonna go right on top with just some of that powdered sugar, and oh my goodness. Perfect for dessert, perfect for a brunch even. Oh, I'm just gonna go right on in, grab some tongs. Ooh, the crunch of that bread is smelling so tasty. Look at all the berries too. Oh, perfect. I love a good bread pudding. It is like one of my favorite brunch, breakfast treats that I make. Okay, moment of truth. It's gonna be really, really hot, so we want to make sure it's nice and cool down. But you can see our blackberries, our blueberries, our raspberries, and of course our bread, and of course that powdered sugar, which is my favorite part. And I like the little crunchy bits too on top. All right, it's gonna be super, super hot. All right, moment of truth. Oh my gosh. If summer had a crock pot recipe, this would be it. You have to give this a try. Wow, I am excited for our tasty Watergate ambrosia style salad. Perfect for the summer, perfect for spring. I know we're kind of going into winter and fall, but it is still super, super hot out. So we just pulled this out of the fridge and oh my goodness, you can see that that pistachio pudding is nice and set. You can see our cherries, our marshmallows, all of that. Oh, and the best part, I'm gonna take a small little bite and no one will even know that I took some right out of the center. Well, you can see the marshmallows and that fruit cocktail. I'm excited. I love pistachio. I love sweet and kind of savory, so this is gonna be super tasty. Ooh, the pistachio and marshmallow combination, hard to beat. You definitely have to give this a try. Cheers. Oh my goodness, the moment of truth. We have those toasted marshmallows, we have our melted butter, we have all of our delicious cereals. But before we give this a mix, I'm gonna grab our little spatula, and you wanna make sure that you Pam your spatula because those marshmallows are sticky, folks. So I just wanna make sure that we get a good amount of Pam on our spatula before we go right on into this delicious little treat. All right, ooh, she's still hot. I kind of just want to poke around. Oh yeah, this is gonna be perfect. Our Cookie Crisp, this was one of my favorite cereals as a kid. Let's see, let's go back and reveal what's under here. Oh, those Fruity Pebbles. And remember those Fruity Pebbles had marshmallows in them. And I'm kind of just going section by section because we want to really integrate those yummy toasted marshmallows and all of that butter. But it's like a surprise every time I kind of flip them over. Oh, and those are the Apple Jacks. You can see the sheen to them as well. That's that melted butter. Let me put on a little oven mitt because I realize that this is definitely still very hot, which is okay. But I'm just going in and really trying to slowly incorporate those toasted marshmallows. All right, what's on this side? Oh, our Captain Crunch. You'll have to let me know in the comments, again, what your favorite cereal is. But this is really starting to come along. And then I think over in this corner, we have our Lucky Charms, which has more marshmallows. Oh my gosh, look at all those deep, rich blues and those purples. Wow, wow, wow. My mouth is watering. This smells sweet. It smells salty. It smells delicious. We're really starting to get sticky here too, which means the ratios that we use, we're really working. I'm starting to smell that peanut butter from our Reese's Puffs. So we'll go ahead and get this super well combined before we move on to our next step. All right, now that we have everything well combined, I'm just gonna take this back and we are popping this in the fridge for 30 minutes. Okay, we just took this out of the fridge. She's nice and solid. She is ready to go. We just made the most indulgent, incredible Rice Krispie treat, but not with rice. We did it with all of our fun cereals. So I'm just gonna cut a piece and you're gonna hear that crunch. Oh, I'm excited. Kind of like a cereal bar, I guess, more than a Rice Krispie bar. Oh, and we greased that pan, so she should come right on up. Let's see if I can just use my hands. Oh, I can. I can and I will. Let's see if we can get like a nice pull. Yeah, look at all the marshmallow. Oh, she just keeps going. Perfect, amazing. Oh, I'm so excited. Cookie Crisp are my favorite cereal. Oh my gosh, I feel like a kid in a candy store. It's so, so good. You have to give this a try.